Football League.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Next to throw right away.
And his first look is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing Nix.
It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Harvey. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Nix to the air. That is caught.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Nix. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
To throw is Nix.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to punt. Nico Remigio deep for KC.
yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning he's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
They'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
That's complete. Left side to Worthy.
And he's across midfield from one 49 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8.
Now Minshew. Got him in. It's Brown. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Here's Minshew.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, that's one way, and a good way, to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
It'll be Minshew again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get the, and he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Looking to throw it. Minshew. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Minshew sets to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
A 27-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good.
And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. They'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah. You'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And here's a quick throw out to Mims.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Now it's Nix.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage, good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
There on the stop was Leo Chanel.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Another Broncos 1st
The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
They'll run for the first time. It's handled the day to about the 26 here.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Nix from the shotgun.
Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
To throw, here's Nix.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
They'll start the drive here with the checkout.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy.
62 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Next to score, Chiefs 10.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Harrison Butker.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Again, it's Harvey.
Instead, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
And the Broncos are back within a score.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Lutt's good on the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Alex Singleton making the play defensively.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. From the gun, Minshew to throw. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun is Minshew.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That's good for Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Riley Moss takes him down defensively.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 5.
Over the middle, complete. It's Rice. 7 yards there and a first down.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
From the 16, Minshew. Over the middle here to Brown. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. They'll look to throw again.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
The football
as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Butker's kick here is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Able to slither by.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Harvey now on 1st and 10.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, That's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Once more with Harvey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
And that play stopped behind the line by a corner. Trent McDuffie getting in there.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
First down. First and goal, Denver.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambled for answers, looking at each other trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
He'll swing this out to Harvey.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's second and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's fourth down.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted.
The kick by Lutz is good.
And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for them on 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. They had points on their first 2 possessions, a touchdown and a field goal, but this time, defense stands strong.
Would you say that things maybe are trending now in the right direction for them?
Better than drives 1 and 2.
There's no doubt about it. Now maybe they can exhale a little bit, gather themselves, and really get back into this game.
Arises on the punt here as he gets this one away.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
On the slant, completes to Sutton.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception.
Now a 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead with Harvey. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Pretty good little 2-point sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. Now Remigio.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense and Gardner Minshew getting set to go to work once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
2 yards on the pickup.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Throwing on 2nd down. Minshew will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was simple pitch and catch. But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now Minshew. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Here's Minshew. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it inside the 10.
And he'll be taken down after big yardage, but folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. Well, penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. When you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. And Denver getting set to take the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Working out of the gun is Nix. A short throw to Ingram.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Broncos first down.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it. Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Up the middle, it's Harvey.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down. Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey.
But he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up.
Nix to the air. That's taken in by Franklin.
So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing Nix.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
A gain of 12. First down, Denver.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41.
To throw is Nix.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8. On play action, here's Nix.
And his throw is incomplete.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2.
Nix to throw again.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
A 56-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield.
That one caught by Rice.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play. And it'll be second down.
46-yard line.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
Oh, shifts past him. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Minshew sets to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Minshew. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Now that had trouble written on it from the start.
Yeah, I'd say, partner, sometimes you just got to know when to surrender and mitigate the loss. Instead, he kept going backwards, and now it's 3rd and long. Good luck with this play call.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16 to 10. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Denver's offense now set to go.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's Nix.
Over the middle, it's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. 29-yard line.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. To throw. Here's Nix.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
First down. A gain of 14. And the Broncos first down.
Now it's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here's Nix once more. Trickling into the hands of Mims.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A short throw to Ingram. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the front.
And he's going to go down here. Safe. They push him back to the 34.
It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the first half. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Second down and 8.
He'll look to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery running in there and setting him down. And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not because every exit door, that was surrounded. I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Out of the gun is Minshew.
It's complete to Brown, right side. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Denver's offense ready to go again. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Nix. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together.
Toss right side to Pacheco.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Pat Surtain up to make the play.
He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense. And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Rice. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Now Minshew. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he will have a Chiefs first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Nick Bonito, his second sack of the night. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Here's Minshew.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
They'll look to throw here.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
The Broncos offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Throwing Nix.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Nix to the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Nick's going to give this to the day.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
To throw is Nix. He'll air this one out from Mims.
And unable to connect. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 all to return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Now he's going to step up and run.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From the 41, here's second and a couple.
Now back to throw.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunky yardage there. And then additional pickup with his leg.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Rashee Rice,
28 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Andy Reid, never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2.
and Minshew will throw for it.
That's caught. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
He was brought down by...
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Bidet.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On first down, a run with Bidet.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
That is caught. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Straight ahead they go with Bidet.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Touchdown, Broncos! Cortland Sutton from 3 yards out. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. KC's offense ready to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Minshew sets to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Looking to throw. Open man right side is Rice. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
This is fielded at the 27. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Nix from the shotgun.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To throw, here's Nix.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Here's Nix.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Marvin Mims.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
Fingers. That signifies the fourth quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the fourth quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up. Had that lead, they were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on first down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
2 yards to go, second down.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Throw left side, completion to Rice. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. It'll be Minshew again. Throw here's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Second and 10.
Again, he'll drop the throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and
2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Out of the gun is Minshew. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Nick Bonito
in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Looking to put a drive together.
Now it's Nix.
He's got him in, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
There's another big play for him right there, and that's not the first time we've said that throughout this game. This last catch puts him over 200 yards receiving for the ball game and leaving the defense with just one word in their mind: helpless.
A handoff here to Bidet.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Nix. And a quick throw here. That's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23.
18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On the zone read, they'll go with Bidet.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's another Broncos.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Broncos are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice headed back onto the field. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
In motion comes the tight end left.
Again, it's Pacheco. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Minshew. Out quickly here to Worthy. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8, so logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Here's Minshew. That'll be caught by Rice. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
It's 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down is Pacheco. And he will have the first down at about the 21-yard line.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I see you trying to have a few men in the box there.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
He'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run it in, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now the first carry for their fullback. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Next to the air. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. To throw is Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. 2nd down and 4. Throwing Nix. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. That is incomplete.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. The kick by Lutz is good. And it will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So the Chiefs now down by 5, 2:12 to play. They're out of timeouts. Now they will have the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This will be caught and well. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for Kansas City Chiefs.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Well, they have had no answer to this connection all night long.
You just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lapse. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Minshew. Well, caught by Rice. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Now Minshew. He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Minshew.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
2nd and inches at the 9-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Chiefs 36, Broncos 33.
So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.